Welcome, friends, to the story of cocaine, the only substance that's been both the life of the party and the reason the party got shut down. Let's take a deep breath. Now imagine that breath is lined with the powdered ambition of rock stars, presidents and pharmacists who thought morphine was a little too edgy. White lines and power plays, a brief history of cocaine, America's favourite secret handshake. It begins, innocently enough, in the Andes. Long before Studio 54 turned into a snow globe, indigenous people were chewing coca leaves to survive high altitudes and long treks. It was spiritual, medicinal, basically nature's Red Bull. Fast forward to 1859, and a German chemist named Albert Niemann isolated cocaine from the leaf, probably said "mein Gott," and ruined dental appointments forever. Enter Sigmund Freud, the daddy of dreams and unprovoked horniness. Freud didn't just use cocaine, he loved it. He wrote essays praising it like a modern tech bro writing about ayahuasca. It's a magical drug, he claimed. He prescribed it to friends. One of those friends died. Freud blamed the friend. Jump cut to America, 1886. A Civil War vet named John Pemberton, who was hooked on morphine, decided to make a pick-me-up tonic using coca leaf extract and cola nuts. Thus, Coca-Cola was born. At the time, it was basically carbonated speedball. People loved it. It made you awake, alert, and deeply in love with capitalism. Here's the kicker. Coca-Cola still uses coca leaf extract. Yes, to this day. There's a single facility in New Jersey, Stepan Company, that legally imports coca leaves from Peru under DEA supervision. They extract the cocaine, send the decocainized leftovers to Coke, and where does the cocaine go? Allegedly to the pharmaceutical industry. Allegedly. But come on, you're telling me there's a warehouse in Jersey full of pure government-sanctioned blow and it just politely goes into Novocaine? Sure, buddy. Now let's talk about the presidents. We can't confirm who did it, but we know who definitely wanted to. Ulysses S. Grant was a fan of cocaine-infused wine during his final days writing memoirs. Nothing like fighting throat cancer with a stimulant to finish a book deal. Richard Nixon launched the war on drugs, but behind the scenes his staff was high-functioning in more ways than one. White House physician Dr. Max Jacobson, nicknamed Dr. Feelgood, was pumping amphetamines and likely cocaine into JFK, Marilyn Monroe, and possibly Nixon's own cronies. Ronald Reagan pushed the anti-coke message hardest, despite Hollywood practically running on the stuff in the 80s. Nancy said, "Just say no," while record producers were saying, "Just one more line before we drop this album."
Angels fall, everybody's dancing on here's a call. Cocaine, Coca-Cola dreams, washing down the American scene.
Speaking of albums, let's hit the music scene. Fleetwood Mac's Rumours? That's not studio magic. That's what happens when everyone is heartbreakingly talented and heartbreakingly high. They recorded entire vocals with mirrors on the mixing boards. Eric Clapton's Slow Hand. Faster than it sounds. He spent so much on cocaine that he once joked about donating his nose to science. The Rolling Stones? Their recording budget included a line item for lines. Keith Richards famously said he went to his own funeral and came back. Most likely because he outlived his dealer. Rick James. Cocaine wasn't just a drug. It was a supporting character in his autobiography. Even Queen's Freddie Mercury once called Munich his favourite place because the cocaine is cleaner and the piano bars never close. But cocaine didn't just headline albums, it rewrote history.
I seen mama go nuts a long time ago, plus a long time ago. Cocaine used to be more widely accepted, and I even heard some presidents used to use the coke to relieve their pain. But that was before the big government conspiracies to cover up the new drug. They make it to make up for the money they didn't give. And Pablo Escobar, George Young was making their runs before the Bushes came waving their guns. I seen drama escalate the street violence like a new line cinema flick starring Lorenzo Lamas. It's no wonder as cops come in the helicopters. I got homeboys that'll kill you for a couple dollars. I'm in the hood like burn CDs. I'm charging 5 for 1 but for 10.
The CIA allegedly looked the other way. or straight into the mirror, during the 1980s when cocaine funded anti-communist rebels. Google Iran-Contra and Freeway Rick Ross if you want a rabbit hole lined with rolled-up $100 bills. Wall Street in the 80s? Let's just say Gordon Gekko wasn't only snorting profits metaphorically. Even the Olympics saw its share of snowy scandals. Athletes used it as a performance enhancer before it was banned, then recreationally after it was. Cocaine was a ghost in the machine, quietly fueling empires, creativity, wars, and very bad late-night decisions. It was in your soda, your medicine, your music, your politics. It still might be, pharma grade of course, clean, patriotic, inspected by men in suits with briefcases. So what do we do with this knowledge? We laugh, we speculate, and we remember that behind every great speech, song, or suspiciously energetic Senate hearing, there may have been a mirror and a rolled-up constitution just off camera. Stay awake, stay skeptical, and don't trust anyone who offers you energy powder at a party.